Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Today we have a VALORANT match against Mount Union. First time I've ever shoutcast or really ever watched gameplay, but I am really excited to see how this goes. Cody, how are you feeling about the match today?
I'm feeling pretty good. I was actually shoutcasting VALORANT the other week, and I'm pretty pumped after what I saw. You know, it didn't go well, but I think the team, they were optimistic. They had a good mindset. And if you have a good mindset, even at the face of adversity, you can pull through. And honestly, if they keep that mindset, they might be able to pick up some more wins here today.
So, Cody, my co-host loves to quote me on the movement, when I call it out. But I would really like to know, how important is the movement in this game? You see how he's peeking the corner there, just slight little movements like that. How important is that to win the game here?
Well, I would say think of it, if you've ever played a game like Rainbow Six Siege, you have to have a good movement, but you also have to have good angle. You have to hold it. Sometimes you have to be moving, but sometimes the best play is just to sit and wait and be patient. You want to be aggressive, but patience can pay off in this game. Similar to Siege, where you have to wait in a corner to get the perfect timing and just hold the angle, and then boom, you're good. Same principle here.
I'm really comparing it back to Siege, I wasn't very good, but from what I know, playing like the game how they are right now, you know, you get from what it looks like to be like a version of me like Snow.
Can't use that.
Ooh, Dr. Kelp gets a kill.
Standing. Spike down A.
Like, it is, wow. I'm sorry. That is, let's be a good match. I mean, moving well. I mean, Cody, what do you? I'm sorry, I'm blanking out here on.
Hey, it's okay.
On what to say here, but you know, Cody, like from your shoutcasting experience before, you know, what are some takeaways that we can get from that match right there?
Well, from what I could see, at least from Heidelberg, I feel like we did good. Definitely gonna work on the execution a bit. I think we saw the things we had tried to see. They were aggressive. They were holding angles. We got some kills off. It wasn't like it was a team.
Spike down
That
B.
really shows us like you were
Camera
saying
taken
before,
out.
the aim.
I have retrieved the
Really
spike.
holding a good angle.
Cage
Sorry to interrupt there, by the way.
Yeah, it's okay.
But holding a good angle, man, that is so important for these type of games. You know, CS:GO, Siege. I mean, like, look at there.
Spike
Great
down
angle,
B.
Great angle. And you
One
got them.
enemy
And you got
remaining.
them because
Flawless.
they have better positioning. It seems to me positioning is so important in this game. Great match by Heidelberg there. Cody, you know, I just gotta ask.
Yeah, what's
when
up?
it comes to these type of games, what is your favorite?
Like the shooter games in general.
These types, like you know, like Siege, Overwatch. What do you think? What's your favorite? And what's your favorite to? What do you most? Because there's some that we haven't covered yet in the shoutcasting realm. What are you most excited? Actually, I'll hit up with this. What game that is like these are you most excited to watch? You know, or maybe it's Valorant. Maybe Valorant is yours. But what are you hoping to see?
I mean, I would love to see Siege. I'm not sure if we ever see Siege here, but if we do, I would love to shotcast Siege. That to me is a game. It's all
down,
about
mid.
strategy, and it is very similar to our game here, like Valorant. So that's something I would love to see on the board here.
Speaking of the game, tied players right now. Heidelberg down a player right now. It looks like currently Mount has 4-3, but you know we are still in the lead right now. I really think that this entire team has really been good at, you know, taking their time, keeping pace, and holding good angles. Like, look at that. Took their time and just slowly made their way around, crept around the corner, boom, got domed in the face. I mean, it's really, really nice to see this flawless movement, you know. And actually, we have a person from the wrestling team on the Valorant team. Did you know that? Ever tell you about that?
No, you did not.
Dropping
Clyde,
smoke.
he plays on the Valorant team. I'm not sure if he's playing in this match right now. I didn't check this. Just a quick little selfless shout out there for the wrestling team and some of our gamers.
30 seconds
But back
left.
to the game here. Heidelberg is really,
Dr.
Mount really holding that angle really good. I mean,
Yeah.
still good movement from both sides.
Spike planted.
Cody,
Last
what do you-
player
I just
standing.
gotta ask, what are you seeing right now?
Well, as you said, good movement, and also I gotta say good cursor placement as well. Like something that we talked about our last stream is cursor placement. You know, you want to have good movement at the same time. You don't want to be just shooting all over the place. You know, you want to have it where you want to be precise. Like when you turn the corner, you move. You want to be like, bang, I got it set.
Heidelberg able to defuse, and they win the match 3-0. Like a flawless victory there. Heidelberg still moving very well. I mean, Cody, I know I've just been asking you what you think, but like, for I just gotta know, like, from what you've seen compared to last match, like the last time we shotcasted, until now, what are we looking like here? And also, I have to ask real quick, do I sound okay to you in the headphones?
Yeah.
Okay. I just making sure.
You're good.
But, I have to ask now, compared to the last game to now, what's the differences you're seeing? Because right now, I mean, I know we suffered a bad loss. I don't know if it was bad or not, but I know we suffered a loss for our last Valorant game. But really, I mean, Heidelberg is putting in the work now. 3-0. I mean, it's looking flawless right now. I mean, what do you have to say in differences from last match until now?
Well, I would say last match we were kind of struggling on what playstyle to settle on. We would be passive, and then we would scale it back. We would be aggressive, and we couldn't figure out which one. And then we would try and play in both, and it would kind of work. but we didn't find like a style. We kept flopping around and we didn't have any consistency. And even though we won some matches, a bit of consistency on what type of playstyle we're going for here definitely, I think, played a factor in that. And I'm seeing a lot more consistency. If they're being aggressive, they're going for it. If not, they're scaling back. They're not like flip-flopping. They're not being, like, two people aren't being aggressive and everyone else is being passive. Like, if they're being aggressive, they're going for it, right?
It's almost like the better at choosing not the jack of all trades
30
master.
seconds
No,
left.
They're going for what they want to do, and they're going to go all out. You know, you can't be, especially
Spike down mid. Last player standing.
And Heidelberg with another win there, 4-0. This is looking more and more impressive by the seconds go by. I mean, Cody, what do you think from that last match? I know we were kind of talking there, but based on what you've seen from that last round, what are we thinking here?
I think that was beautiful. I mean, like we say, this is what we like to see. Man. It's the level of consistency here and being able to put those things together and them honestly being strong on defense. I'm loving what I'm seeing here so far.
See, they're not like, I wouldn't say they're like, you know, I wouldn't say they're super offensive, but they're definitely really good on the defensive side of just, you know, working their way around. They're not really pushing super hard. They're taking their time, really trying to get around the man. So, Heidelberg suffering some casualties here. I mean, it's still alright, you know.
Yeah.
We could still come back and win this. Really, you know, I'm going to
One enemy remaining.
I said it once before, you know, it's kind of what I've been kind of quoted on them, like, oh, good movement. Look at that, like, good angle.
2v4 now.
Man.
Attackers win this one. It's 4-1.
Heidelberg suffers I would say a devastating loss. It suffers a loss amount for that round. But we're still looking, Cody, based off of what you did last night, I gotta know, how does it, what does it go to? Because, you know, Siege, there's like, it's like best of 5, you know, how does this go? Is it just the first one to win 5 rounds? If you remember.
I'm blanking right now, but.
And that is totally fine.
Yeah, you want to try and win, basically. The goal is to crush them, and right now, Heidelberg's seizing. No matter how many rounds you have, they seem to be going at it. Now, if this was uneven, like what we were saying last time, then it'd be kind of iffy, but Heidelberg seems to be the aggressors in this sense, so I don't think it will take a lot of rounds in order for them to finish them off here.
Okay. I like it. Really, okay, Heidelberg now with 4 people left, not only with 3, but could still come back. You know, it's really exciting to see good matches like these. I know it isn't a really close match, or it isn't like one of those like comeback wins, but it's still really impressive just to see the difference. You know, based off what you said, it sounds like there is a good difference in between now and then. You know, they really started practicing their craft and they're better at, you know,
Last player standing.
doing what they want to do. Heidelberg now.
Defenders win.
Wow.
Heidelberg's up. The score is currently 5-1. Mount Union with 1, Heidelberg with 5.
Great, really just great all-around technique from Heidelberg today, you know. It's really amazing, like, the jumps, you know, from Smash Bros, you know, when I shoutcasted the first tournament, when we, I should say, shoutcasted the first tournament until the last one that we watched, we seen major improvements, good technical, good, how do I put this, good technique. Good technique. Really good technique, and they're good at moving and not falling for the bait as much, you know? But, you know, same with VALORANT, you know, from what it says, you know, they just seem to get better and better throughout the year, you know?
Yeah.
It's really exciting to watch.
You know, this reminds me, it's like shaking the rust off, you know? Like they were telling us, you know, you take some time to warm up, you're going to take a loss here or there in the beginning. And, you know, even when you get better, you may still sustain some losses. But I'm liking the consistency I'm seeing. You know, it looks like we're shaking off the rust and we're starting to get in full swing of things.
Heidelberg with another win there, man. It is really nice to see this, man. They are really putting in the effort right now. And it's really impressive to see. But, you know, back to what you were saying about shaking off the rust. I think both of us as athletes can really relate to that as, you know, when you first get to your first, like we both go through, you got track meets, I have wrestling meets. When you get to that first meet or that first tournament or that first duel or first try, you get there and you may not perform as well as you want to on the first go around. You know, you're not going to be great on the first go around.
Correct.
But the more and more you get through the season, man, you really start to progress and really start to see. Wow. Excuse me right now, but we have Heidelberg takes down 2 and now
Ooh, now 3.
holding good position.
Last player standing.
We're the red.
Okay.
I apologize, folks. That was a really bad mishap of me. Thought we were the blue team. We are the red team. I apologize for that. But hey, still though, good. I mean, I still think compared to the last one, even though we may be losing right now, do you still see any? Do you still see any differences compared to you know, like are we chasing after it? Are we going after it? Are we doing our one thing? You know, we're not doing the jack of all trades, master of none. Like, what do you see?
I definitely think Heidelberg's better. Yeah, sure, we're on the losing side. Like we just mentioned, we apologize, folks. But at the same time, I like the play that we're saying. Currently, the stats are, we could say that Dr. Kelp is at 5 kills right now, and AR is at 7. So looking pretty good. Not the greatest in the war, but you can only go up from here.
You know, back to like, just really like to the shaking off the rest. You know, I mean, we still in that phase. I mean, every team is.
Of course.
You know, I've had my fair share of bad practices already. I'm sure you've had your fair share.
Ooh, FG with a nice camera placement there.
Nice. I like that. Really good. Like, I have to say, because it really is good movement. Like, it is great movement coming from Heidelberg today. I mean, we're still, shaking off that rust.
Look at Dom with the incredible angle holding right here. I like that.
See, a lot of these games too. You watch people that play CS:GO, Siege, VALORANT. I wouldn't say as much Overwatch somewhat. It's really about the angles, And if you have that ability to hold the angles and keep that better position, it's really, I should say,
Last player standing.
It's really
Spike
all
down
about
mid.
better position, And you can get the better position over the other players, But it's really can't. Some balls there, Heidelberg, but stop the chance for a comeback. Never unseen before,
Correct.
Just waiting for that thing to click. And sometimes that's all it takes. I've had my fair share of football games where, we're down, 20 points at half. Maybe not 20 points, but we're down at half. And nothing's clicking. You know your team is good, but sometimes you just can't get it to click. And then finally at that halftime, you reach that point throughout the game and you're like, this is what we do all along. You reach that, and the stars are the limit from there. The sky's the limit from there. And it's really nice to see when that finally clicks.
Yeah, and as you were saying, that just reminded me of, speaking of Heidelberg sports in general, I went to the football game actually, and kind of a similar situation played out. Although we did end up losing, I kind of liked that. Even though we were in the loser seat, we ended up making a comeback and actually made it really close. Like, it was a very good game.
And if there's anything I have to take from Heidelberg sports, is that I think we have that fight in us. No, I know that we always have that fight in us. Always have that willingness to keep going. We do not give up, We do not stand scared in the eyes of defeat, We just keep going, keep moving, and keep pushing forward. And that's really what I like to see. Like, it's very important. You can't just things don't go your way. Wow, Heidelberg really there holding the angle.
That Dr. Kelp with the incredible angle in the shot. This is what we like to see,
It may be the same cursor, but it's really impressive to see people really hitting those shots with like a revolver like that, man. You don't have much of a spread like that. It's a really precise shot.
30 seconds left.
That must be ability of this to be resurrected. I think I've seen it already once today. I don't know all of
So you're going with the blind spot here.
Tough loss. But Heidelberg still a chance.
The score is currently 9-1. As we said, correction from earlier, in case you've tuned out while we were talking earlier, just to reiterate, Mountain Union has 9 and Heidelberg's at 1.
So, Cody,
what's up?
From your experiences here at Heidelberg, and you've already I know you probably not have been to a lot of sporting events, but so far, what has been your favorite to watch so far? Is there a specific game so far that you've seen that's been your favorite to watch here at Heidelberg?
Honestly, I gotta say football.
Football?
Yeah, because it's the most recent one, and I won't lie, I got really hyped, and I did a lot of screaming.
It's
And
so electric, isn't it?
it is, and I killed my throat because of it. So
Believe you me, a lot of football fans have been through that, you know, killing your throat, just screaming for your team, getting really excited. And, you know, I feel like sometimes the same way when it comes to games, man. I've seen a lot of shoutcasters lose their voice just from screaming, man. And they get super hyped, and I really get super hyped to see this
Heidelberg down 2.
Heidelberg, yeah.
One enemy remaining.
But I really do
Heidelberg with
Spike
1 player
down
remaining.
B.
I really do get excited. to see
Ooh, Zealous with the kill here. Mount Union at 3.
man. Tough loss again for Heidelberg, but
You know,
Last
I gotta
round
say,
before the
I gotta play
switch.
compliments to Zealous there, because you recorded, your teammates are down, and you're still fighting. Like you spoke about, you know, it's that fighting spirit, and that's what we just saw in Zealous there. It's that fighting spirit. Even when it seems like the odds are stacked against you, you keep pushing and you still try to attack it, and that's the gameplay we like to see here.
I really like, yeah, really great explanation there, man. Just you cannot, when it comes to sports in general, like I said before, you cannot give up. You cannot give up. And I love
Spike
seeing the
down,
fight
B.
out of the Heidelberg team, man. Really good.
Ooh,
Good angle
Dyke Dr. Kelp
across
with
the corner.
Ooh, with the dome. That's what we like to see.
We got Zealous back on camera, looking around the corner. Sees nothing, starts rotating back, see if they can get a kill.
It's currently a 3v3. Mount Union and Heidelberg with the exact number of players, and Dr. Kelp is planning the spike right now. They're going for it, ladies and gentlemen.
Man,
Ooh.
Zealous
It's down for the count.
Zealous down, but
Last
Now it's
player
2v3.
standing.
actually wait. No, Zealous still. I'm a little confused. I'm still learning these characters, so bear with me here. But okay, we got Flames on camera now.
And bombs have been
Flames for Mount
defused.
Union defuses. Mount Union wins. Tough loss. But like I said, man,
Switching
I'll say
sides.
this every round. It is never unseen. Comebacks are never unseen.
For the blue team.
All right.
Right here.
Okay. Dr. Cope on camera right now. You know, we're kind of in the pregame right now. But Cody, I gotta ask. When it comes to the pregame here, you know, what do you think goes through the minds of these players?
You know, one of the things you think with pregame is just make sure you get your mind right and have everything set up. And I know I don't know if that's what they're doing there, but I've noticed they start shooting their gun. I've noticed that, like, in some competitive game I've played, like, you kind of just shoot, you know, make sure your gun's right. Like, if you have, like, an LMG or an SMG, you just shoot it just to test the recoil real quick to make sure, you know, you kind of know it. So whenever you peek a corner or you go for a shot, you kind of know what to expect there. So I like that they're prepping their shots, so kind of knowing what they're working with there before they go in.
What do you think the mentality
Ooh, kitty cat with the elim.
See, kitty cat right there, nice. Holding the nice angle there, getting the shots off. Still on cam.
Ooh, we are also down 1. It is a 4v4.
We have, I believe, what was that, Cody? I'm a little blind right now. Oh, sorry, we have Zealous on camera now.
Yes.
Sorry to interrupt you there.
No, it's okay.
But, oh man, I almost forgot.
Ooh, Dyke got some Kelp with another one. That's our Kelp with 2.
Slowly shut down, but it's okay.
It's a
What do you
3v3 right now, ladies and gentlemen.
The mindset is going into the game.
Ooh.
Going against a tough opponent like Mount
Mount Union has 2.
Spike planted.
Really moving around. We have, I believe that is I'm sorry, folks.
RA1D3.
Zealous back on camera, holding a good angle.
It
Last
is a
player
2v2 right now.
standing.
It is a 1v2 situation.
One enemy remaining.
Zealous. Ah,
That was a good matchup. Honestly, that one could have gone to either or.
That looked really good there. I'm starting to see some slow
Match
improvements from our team right now. Zealous really holding a good angle there and able to take down a few opponents just by holding, like I said before, having those good positions. But Cody, just to reiterate, I gotta ask, what do you think the mindset is going into a match like this?
I would say just to stay focused, and stay calm. And the reason why I say that, I know that sounds very basic, but with stuff like this, you have to keep your composure. Because I know, and I think anyone knows, whether you're playing a game or you're playing sports, if you lose your composure, no matter if you're winning or losing, you can collapse in on yourself. And if Heidelberg continues to keep a focused mindset, then there is a chance for a comeback. There's no collapse. There's, okay, we lost this round. Let's think about this. What can we do next? Sure, we don't have a lot of time, but we kind of know what we did wrong there, so we can improve.
Spike planted.
Really holding good positioning.
Kitty Cat there with a shot. Ooh, going for the head tie. Just barely misses it.
Last player standing.
Help eliminated. But we still have Zealous alive. Zealous trying to find a way right now to get that comeback. Both had good positioning there. Just Mount had the better positioning. Sadly, Heidelberg gets defeated for that round. Man, it's really tough matchup. Mount is a good team, but it isn't over until it's over,
And as for players' stats, R1D3 RCS has 9 kills for Heidelberg. Kitty Cat has 8. Dr. Kelp has 8. Zealous has 3, and FG Hop has 3 as well.
Alright, I'm gonna go be right back.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. Okay, we have Heidelberg is the blue team. Currently 0-0. We are now in round 2. Just for the folks at home who may not know, it is a best out of 3 matchup. So first one to win 2 will win the game. Cody, what are your thoughts so far on the game right now?
Pretty solid. I would say Heidelberg. I wouldn't really say definitely step up their game. Obviously, we want to win more matches, but I like how they're playing now. Definitely. Because there were some times where I think it was very 50-50 where we could have won it, so the score could have been a lot different. At that point, it was a coin toss, but what we need is for it to be, not be a coin toss, it needs to be guaranteed, right? And I like how close that was because it wasn't like, oh, it's overwhelming, we lost every match just because it was better. There was some where we could have easily won it as well. So it's really a coin toss at this point, but you know, I like that. It's not like overwhelming odds where every single time you're just gonna get crushed.
Looks like the
Heidelberg has 2. Mount Union, whoa! Mount Union just lost a bunch. Mount Union now has 2. 1v1.
The headshot. Ooh, but Mount takes the win there. Let's say it's a devastating loss because it's only 0-1.
Let's go kill them all again.
I gotta say, Noah, that was incredible. Like, I gotta say that was fast.
I love a close, fast match, you know. And it was a like when I mean close, you know, we were getting like some like really good, it's like 1-to-1 matchups here, you know, having to really force themselves to kind of think and adapt in the moment. Cody, before we forget, we gotta talk about our sponsors of today's stream. I would love to mention our sponsor, Madison Street Pattern. Folks, I bring this up every stream, and I just have to say it over and over again. The food is amazing, especially the chicken chops. I highly recommend to go and try it out. At least try it. It's affordable, very expensive, and for the food they serve, it should definitely be more expensive than what it is. But they treat us and they keep us, keep the food inexpensive.
Spike
and
planted.
Taste immaculate.
Spike has been planted.
I highly recommend you try it out. And Cody, our other sponsor, would you like to tell us about?
Before I get into sponsored, is the 1v3. Ooh, we got a kill from Dr. Kelp there. That's what we like to see.
Mount takes the win, but still
2-0. It's still early in the match. There's still plenty to go.
But again, tell us about our sponsor, Level Up, Cody.
Well, let's talk about Level Up. You know, it's the type of place where you can look at retro games, if I remember correctly, also skateboarding as well. You know, that's something for me. I know a long time ago I was really interested in skateboarding, so I'll definitely go over there. If it wasn't for that, honestly, retro games, they're fun. You know, I play a lot of like modern games, honestly, but every now and again, if I'm relaxing, I would love to play like a retro game, like Mario or something like a 2E type of game. So definitely up my alley. And for anyone who's interested in just old games, you gotta play them consistently. But if it's something nice and relaxing you can do, definitely check out Level Up. You can get both of them.
Some good positioning here. You know, I have to say it again. Good movement. Really focusing on the angles here. You know, angles really important for a game like this. Rated, trying to gets eliminated by, I believe that Cow.
Zealous with the sniper here.
With the sniper right now.
Trying to get a pick off with a headshot. Ooh, and Zealous gets the headshot.
Right to the dome, man. Right to the dome. Really good headshot there.
Last player standing.
Takes some headshot. Mount takes the win there, but still, I have to give compliments to how they're performing today. Now, Heidelberg has really gotten, you know, they're taking good angles, they're moving around very well, and I think as a team, it's just not clicking yet, you know. And I think once they start clicking and once something snaps, I think that this is going to be a really good game for a really good team. Cody, what do you think, man?
I agree, and something I want to say, I think our players are playing really well here today. Like what I saw, like when we were looking at Raider here, like he had good password placement. You know, he was in the right place at the right time. It's just about timing there. And if he had waited instead of shifting in and just kept his crosser there, he could have gotten an easy pick there. and you know, stuff like that. That's what I like to see. We're playing good. There's a few mistakes here and there, but I'm sure when they look back at film, they'll correct this. But I just wanted to point it out. It's stuff like that. Like we have good placement. We just kind of work on execution there.
I totally agree. Kitty Cat on camera now. Man, it's really pulling out. Really interesting gun right there, man. Love to see it when people get really creative.
Zealous is down.
Zealous takes a loss there, but it's all right. Raider CRS, or CS, my bad. Moving around, you know, I really.
Last player standing.
Ooh, Heidelberg 1, Mount Union 4.
Bird
Mount Union
takes another loss there, but hey, still early in the match. You know, Cody, from watching the game today so far, I gotta ask, what is your favorite weapon? After saying that, you know, what's your favorite weapon you've seen these players use today, man?
Honestly, unironically, the Sheriff, which to me looks like a revolver. I'm a sucker for any type of pistol weapon or a hand cannon, anything like that, and I kind of like it because we saw a really cool kill earlier today in the match. And I just love it. I love those types of weapons because you can get like a nice headshot, boom, it's over. I love those types of weapons. It's just fast, bam.
They do look really smooth, man. You know, I think my love for revolvers really stems from Red Dead Redemption.
It's on my wire.
Game, man, really fun, but you know, I really
on my
agree with
wire.
you there, man. The revolvers, man, they look really smooth. I don't know, man. The most interesting one I've seen today has to have been that little green rifle that I can't remember who pulled it out, man. It was really interesting, really fun. I like the design.
Dr. Kelpo go from the B position after attacking you.
Really working that way.
I think trying to go like the B hand here.
See if he gets a kill. I've seen there was somebody going around the corner.
Spike planted.
As soon as
Ooh, Raider gets a pick.
man.
Last player standing.
Spike survival. We still have Kitty Cat going. A little good angle there, but unfortunately, kind of overpowered there by Mount Union's team. You know, 1v3. That's a tough situation. So you know, I gotta give to Kitty Cat for holding the position there. You know. Buy phase. I really gotta. I'm interested. You know, I want to play this game sometime just to see the weapon. You know, it seems they have a diverse amount of weapons, man. Some really, how do I put this? Outer space type weapons, man. It's some alien type weapons. You know, look at the glow off that blade.
Okay, let's get set up.
Man. So
Let's go there.
It looks really interesting. I would love to play sometime. We have Mount up by 5 right now. We have FG Hop, I believe,
Yes.
on camera right now.
You would be correct.
Raider CRF.
Face your fear!
I think it looks to be like an SMG to me. Man, really interesting sights. You know, I've seen
Spike
a lot.
planted.
Must be like one of the most common sights I've seen today on a gun.
Ooh, Kitty Cat gets it.
Really good at rotating around.
Heidelberg 3, Mount Union. Currently has 4 players left. The score is currently 0-5. Heidelberg 0, Mount Union 5.
Last player standing.
Ooh, Kitty Cat.
Unless the kids are holding an angle like that, man. Kitty Cat with a nice angle there.
See, this is what I'm talking about with the angles.
One
If you
enemy
hold that
remaining.
now, whoa! Kitty Cat with 2.
That's just an unfortunate situation, you know. Spike's about to explode, but you know, you have to go
feel
for it.
no
You know? You
empathy
can't
for
take your
them.
eyes. You
What
can't
does that
like
say?
take your eyes off the prize right there, man. And it's such unfortunate because Mount had that angle there on the spike and was able to eliminate Kitty Cat. But you know, really good. From what I've seen, man, is you can't stop. You know, unless you have the overpowering angle in a game like this, you cannot stop moving. Would you agree?
Yeah, I would agree. But I think I've seen situations where if you're, in this case, the spike, or you're defusing a bomb, any type of game that requires some type of diffusion, what I've seen a lot of people do, especially
Nice
pros do.
elimination. Sorry to interrupt you, Cody.
No, you're good. Is to try and bait people out. Like, look like they're about to defuse, fake them, make them come towards them. Like, if you don't know their location, the best way is to defuse the bomb. Like, start defusing,
planted.
and then it'll pull them because they'll be like, hey, the enemy team's
Last
defusing the
player
bomb, and it'll
standing.
kind of bait them. If you don't know where they are, that's a good way of like saying, hey, you know, this is there. It can either work in your favor or it'll go against you.
Heidelberg overpowered again, you know. And it's really difficult, you know, when you get yourself to those situations where, you know, it's just you and 3 other enemy opponents, you know, it's really difficult to get yourself out of that situation, man. The clutch up it's nice to see, but it's very, very hard to do, you know. It's like the flashy move in wrestling, or, you know, the flashy catch in football. It's really cool and really interesting to see, but it's really hard to do. You know, I'm really thinking, you know, still, to me, it's early in the match, you know. I mean, even though people want to say that we are far behind, I still think that it's early in the match, that there is still a chance here for our super players.
Spike down.
Celsius with 2. Heidelberg with 4 right now. Non-union with 3.
Looking promising for Heidelberg. But down to 3v3.
No, now it's down to a 2v2, ladies and gentlemen.
Spike planted.
2v2. Well, you get an angle there. They're hiding in the smoke, man. It's really good strategy.
Last player standing.
Ooh.
Just got overpowered there, man. Really difficult. But, you know, like I said before, those situations are really difficult, man.
Face your fear!
Ooh, getting hit with the ultimate there.
Mount taking the win there. But, you know, 8-0. Still have a chance. Still have a chance. We'll get later in the round. And, you know, even though it's less likely to happen, but I still have belief in my princes. You know, we're not the type to give up. And I think that their gameplay here, to me, they're increasingly getting better. Even if it's little things, you know, the little things, like little movements, the little teamwork and collaboration that I'm seeing. You know, it's still, to me, I still see improvement. You know, what do you think?
Like you said, it's improvement. You know, you're not gonna see it like big off the board. Like when you're beginning or when you're starting fresh, you're not. Sometimes it will lead to points on the board. Other times it may be flat. But it's the little things, small improvements over time that lead to this type of thing.
Last player standing.
I wholeheartedly agree, man.
And Dr. Kelp out there for Heidelberg right now. Gets taken.
Now it's a flawless victory there for that. You know,
Score is currently 9-0. Heidelberg with 0. Non-union with 9.
we have, this could be the last round, or if Berg comes back, you know, we still got a few more of on our games. But, you know, currently, just to reiterate, we have best out of 3, and it goes to, I believe, how many is it? 13 and 14, I can't remember. 15, around that area for the match, for the individual matches per round.
Cover going out.
Again, we're on round 2.
Shadows traveling.
Mount currently leading.
Couldn't get it off, but again, I have to play compliments to Dr. Kelp there. I like the angle that we're showing. He had a bright idea. The enemy team also had the idea and just caught him there. But again, I like the thinking there. Ooh, and nice kill by Zealous. It is now a 3v3 situation.
Last player standing.
1v3.
Everybody loves to see. Good
FG.
Top. Really good use of that angle and the movement there. That met with a weapon, man.
They found my
so
wire.
powerful. It looks to me like a little semi-auto.
Came from behind.
Just takes Heidelberg
They
takes
will
another
scuddy.
devastating loss. The Super
And
Prince
then
is
they will
still
die.
moving, still looking to get a win for this round. But I don't think it's far off. I think that it's going to click one of these rounds.
This is
I
the nice
think
spot.
It's in the future for them to click. That's all it's taking right now. That's all it takes. This team
Yes,
is
this
full
should go.
of great individuals and good players, and they
That goes there.
increasingly get better, but they just need to click and come together as a team. You know.
This goes here.
But I really am still impressed with Heidelberg. What do you think, Cody?
I'll say so too. And I agree. I'm impressed. You know, like I said, I can notice the difference. You know, when me and my fellow commentator Colton were shellcasting this, I can definitely see the difference. Like me and him were saying, you know, it's about the mindset. And I think we're keeping it positive because they're still making good plays. Even though they seem to be outnumbered, it's 0-10 right now. I like the mindset they're having because they're still
Spike
making plays.
planted.
They're finding a way. They're getting shots off. They're getting killed. It's not like a complete scheme like we saw in our last match. It is, I'm going to go
Last player
we're going to
standing.
attack here and go here. We're going to try and knock
One
them out.
enemy remaining.
Ooh, it's a 1v1 situation.
Man, just unable to get it off there, man. We've seen a lot today of these 1v1 situations, getting into those,
Last
but, I
round
think
in the half.
we would rather take the 1v1
Last
than
round
the
before
1v3,
Yeah.
It's very easy to get overpowered in these type of matches, and
This is a nice
it's very
spot.
hard to get out of that situation, I believe. And but I think Heidelberg has done really well at finishing out the match and not just giving up and throwing in the towel.
Yeah, I agree. And like you said, making it type of a 1v1 situation. Like, if you have their team alive and long enough, there's a chance you get overpowered. But I like how each person tries to get a pick off and kind of make it as fair as possible. If it's a 1v1, sure, we're to lose, but not everything's perfect. But I like how we're trying to take it down. We're not trying to fight a whole team here. If we can boil it down to a couple people, even if it's not 1v1, if it's a 1v3, 1v2, that type of situation.
Oh, sorry, what were you saying? We finished up?
No.
Okay.
Continue.
See, it's really impressive to me. I'm a control person, so to get their mouse.
Ooh, kitty cat.
Spike
Kitty cat with
down.
the two-piece, the
One enemy
three-piece.
remaining.
A three-piece could lead to Heidelberg's first win of the round here. That is what we're looking for here, folks. Let's see here. Kitty cat holding an angle right now. Really good.
Oh, gets ready.
Mounts player really put in the
I like that
Last player
cursor.
standing.
Ooh, now we got a 1v1 FG hop right now with the sniper. Slowly making his way up close towards Mounts player. They're both sneaking their way around the map.
Where is everyone hiding?
Takes the what?
Clutch.
Man. Tough. Oh wait. Does he get a-
Switching
never mind.
sides.
Match
didn't know.
point.
Match
I've seen a
point.
lot of different.
Anyone have any splints? I may have jammed my fingers. Multiple
I've seen
fingers.
a lot of different abilities today. Apologize, folks. Seen a lot of different abilities today where people getting resurrected. I don't know if it's or not, but really interesting abilities. Match point for the game now. Heidelberg on the red team now, and I really, as long as we just go out there, man, and just like I said, don't throw in the towel. That's what we've been stressing this entire game. Not giving up, and they've been doing a great job of that, and I'm really enjoying the game. I've seen a lot of gameplay, like good gameplay.
Oh, seeing FG here, they're disoriented. Oh, what was?
Spike down A.
She'll see some kills off. It is currently a 2v3 situation with Heidelberg with 2.
Last
and
player
3.
standing. Defenders win.
That match. Tough defeat, folks. That will be the end of the game today. Stick around for the best of 5. I am so sorry, folks. I was misinformed there. It is best of 5. It is not the end of the game. Stick around and watch the rest of the matches. folks. So we were just informed that it is not best out of 5. Had some small technical difficulties there. It's best out of 3. We appreciate you guys watching, but before you go, let's talk about our sponsors one more time. Madison Street Tavern, really good place to eat. Recommend you go there. Great food, inexpensive, and a great time all around. And Level Up.
Like I said earlier, Level Up is the place you can get for retro games and also skateboarding. If you like skateboarding or retro games, they got you covered, ladies and gentlemen. It is the best place to go, I would say. And honestly, I feel I have to go there sometime and check it out.
Maybe we should go together and take a little trip sometime, you know?
I agree. If not to look at the skateboards, at least to see what type of games they have.
I'm a very big retro game type of guy, and I think that sometime all the shoutcasters should go and take a look at it and give some love. Again, I am Noah Robinson, and
I'm Cody Smith.
And we will see you guys tomorrow as Heidelberg plays VALORANT again at 8 o'clock. Make sure you tune in, and have a great night, folks.
Yep, have a great night.